And Ms. Thompson, how long have you lived in North Carolina?
I've lived there since the fall of '98.
And did you all live in the Hedingham neighborhood? Something?
Yes, we lived there our entire marriage, which is July of 2004.
And tell us who's in your family.
Myself, Alan, husband at the time, James, and Austin.
Back in October of 2022, how old were James and Austin?
Austin was 15, James was 16 and a half.
How were they as brothers?
They were very good. They got along very well, and they did a lot of stuff together.
Like what types of things would they do together?
Of course, they played video games. They were teenagers. They walked to and from the bus every day together. Growing up, we went to the pool all the time. They really enjoyed that. I'm trying to think.
No,
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
This is not the most calm situation I've been in.
It is not, and we appreciate you being here. They got along well, but
They did.
they were, personality-wise, were they different?
Yeah. James was more outgoing, and Austin was more like me, where it took him a few minutes to warm up to a room or to new people. But after that, he was fine.
Okay.
Such as he had his Sunday school class every Sunday, and he got along well with all of them.
With regards to, were they into sports, or was one more into sports than the other?
Yep. James, our late son, was more into sports, even though both of them were very athletic kids. Austin did, at the beginning of his sophomore year of high school, he took sports medicine as an elective, and I picked him up a couple times a week after school for that.
Okay. With regard, so what were the types of things that if Austin wasn't into sports, what were the things that he liked to do?
Besides video games, he liked to go fishing. He liked to go hunting with his dad, Alan. There was whenever I was going to the grocery store, they wanted to come with me because then they knew that they would get their favorite snacks.
Okay.
And they liked to go out for ice cream with me, which was, when we did, it was usually on a Sunday, most of the time.
You've mentioned video games several times.
Yeah.
Would they play video games together or separately?
They would play games separately. They would take turns for a couple of hours.
And where in the home did they have these video game systems in their rooms, or was there just one? Or tell us about that.
There was one gaming system and TV that they worked on. It was a ranch house, so it was the kitchen, the open eating area, which was the table, and their video game with their chair and setup. And then there was another half wall like this, and then that was the living room.
Okay.
So we could see what was going on.
Okay. With regards to school, how did they do in school?
They were both on honor roll, so that was nice.
Okay. Was there a time where were they consistently on honor roll?
For high school, yes. For middle school, if I remember correctly, it was merit roll.
Okay. And where did they go to middle school and high school?
Middle school, they went to the brand new, I've been there so many times dropping them off. It is right near Wake Tech off of Lewisburg Road, and it was the Riverbend. I'm sorry, Now I finally remembered. It's Riverbend Middle School, and it was the very first year that it had opened.
Okay.
They went.
And then they were both in high school back in 2022, is that right?
Yes, at Nightdale High School. Mm-hmm.
And by 2022, was James driving at all?
Yes. He was clocking hours to get his permit. And when high school started, he would drive my car, and I'd be in the passenger seat, and Austin would be in the back, and then he would get his 15 minutes in the mornings. And then after they were dropped off, then I drove on to work for the day.
And at that time, schedule-wise, when would you typically get home from work?
Around 5:30, 5:40.
And back in 2022, what was Alan doing for work?
Was a handyman.
Did he have regular hours, or was he kind of gone most of the day?
It was flexible, but usually he was gone during the day, Monday through Friday, typically.
And so what was the routine, kind of the daily routine with the comings and goings from home?
They were pretty self-sufficient as far as they would get up and get themselves ready for school. We didn't have to hound them at all. And then I would be getting ready after they did. And like I mentioned, I would get in the car and he could get his time in for school, and then I would go to work until 5, and then I would go right home. And if I wasn't going right home, I would stop at like the grocery store or get my hair cut or something like that, like a regular type of errands.
Okay. And did they ever have any incidents or get into any trouble during these times where
No.
they were at home alone?
Nope, they were really good kids. They were at home, at school, at Sunday school. As far as I know, they never even handed in a late assignment ever to school.
So I want, what time, I think you may have mentioned this, but what time typically, if you know, did they get home from school?
They got home around 3:10, I believe.
And that's when they would get off the bus?
Yes,
also.
and then they would walk home.